What if tomorrow you woke up to find dolphins running banks, elephants managing cities, and ravens solving crimes better than any detective? The animal kingdom's takeover would be the most incredible civilization upgrade in Earth's history. Dub. Picture this. You step outside your house and see an octopus wearing a tiny business suit managing the local grocery store with 8 arms, simultaneously handling customers, inventory, and the cash register. A parliament of owls has taken over the courthouse, making legal decisions with their legendary wisdom. Meanwhile, a pack of border collies has revolutionized the postal service, delivering mail with GPS-level precision and never losing a single package. This isn't just role reversal. It's a complete reimagining of what civilization could look like when run by creatures who've spent millions of years perfecting skills that humans can barely comprehend. But the animal takeover wouldn't mean chaos and destruction. Instead, it would create the most efficient, sustainable, and surprisingly harmonious society our planet has ever seen. Because while humans have been busy trying to conquer nature, animals have been quietly mastering it. Let's start with how animals would completely revolutionize politics and governance, and prepare to be amazed. Different animal species would naturally take over the governmental roles they're best suited for, creating the most efficient political system in Earth's history. Elephants, with their incredible memories and complex social structures, would become the ultimate politicians and diplomats. They never forget alliances, treaties, or promises, making political corruption virtually impossible. Imagine a Senate where every member remembers every vote, every deal, and every commitment made over decades. Political lies would become extinct because elephant politicians would immediately call out inconsistencies based on their perfect recall. Dolphins would revolutionize the justice system with their advanced problem-solving abilities and natural sense of fairness. Their echolocation skills would make them living lie detectors, able to sense stress and deception through biorhythm changes. Court cases would be resolved in minutes, as dolphin judges use their sonar to determine truth from fiction with scientific precision. But here's the most fascinating part. Animal governments would operate on completely different timescales and priorities. Ant colonies would handle all logistics and infrastructure with military precision, managing supply chains and city planning with efficiency that makes human systems look chaotic. Bee societies would manage agriculture and environmental policy, naturally creating sustainable ecosystems because their survival depends on environmental health. The democratic process would be revolutionary. Instead of campaign promises and political rhetoric, animal leaders would demonstrate their qualifications through actual performance tests. Want to be transportation secretary? Prove you can navigate like a migrating bird. Want to run environmental policy? Show you can maintain ecosystem balance like a wolf pack. Animal governments would make decisions based on long-term thinking that spans generations, creating policies focused on sustainability rather than short-term gains. The concept of destroying the environment for profit would be completely incomprehensible to species whose survival depends on ecological balance. Now let's explore how animals would approach technology, and it would blow your mind. Instead of fighting against natural systems, animal civilizations would create technology that works with biology, leading to innovations humans never imagined. Octopi would become the ultimate engineers, using their incredible dexterity and problem-solving abilities to create technology that adapts and changes like living organisms. Imagine buildings that can reconfigure themselves based on need, transportation systems that flow like ocean currents, and communication networks that operate like neural systems. Ravens and crows would revolutionize information technology with their incredible memory and tool-making abilities. They'd create information storage systems based on spatial memory, making libraries and databases that function like vast mental maps. Their natural ability to recognize individual faces and remember relationships would lead to social networks that make current technology look primitive. But the real breakthrough would come from biological collaboration. Animals would develop symbiotic technology, where different species work together to create living machines. Imagine transportation systems where trained whales provide oceanic travel, eagles handle air transport, and cheetahs manage high-speed land delivery, all coordinated through communication networks developed by dolphin engineers. The most incredible innovation would be ecosystem cities, urban environments that function like natural habitats. These cities would clean their own air through plant integration, manage waste through decomposer communities, and regulate temperature through natural climate control systems. Human cities would look like primitive concrete jungles compared to these living, breathing, urban ecosystems. Medical technology would be revolutionized by animals' natural healing abilities. Bears' hibernation knowledge would lead to suspended animation medical procedures. Sharks' cancer resistance would solve and lizards' regeneration abilities would make tissue engineering and organ replacement routine medical procedures. Here, where the animal civilization becomes truly extraordinary. They would solve social problems that have plagued humanity for thousands of years through natural behavioral systems that promote cooperation and reduce conflict. Wolfpack dynamics would revolutionize workplace management, creating hierarchical systems based on competence and contribution rather than politics or nepotism. Every organization would function like a perfectly coordinated pack where leadership roles shift based on situational expertise and individual strengths. Primate social structures would eliminate most interpersonal conflict through advanced emotional intelligence and conflict resolution systems. Bonobos would become the ultimate relationship counselors and diplomats, using their natural empathy and social bonding abilities to resolve disputes before they escalate. But the most amazing development would be interspecies communication networks. Animals would develop universal communication systems that transcend individual species limitations. Imagine a world where whale songs carry information across oceans, bird migration patterns distribute news globally, and underground route networks managed by moles create planetary information. Social media would be completely transformed. Instead of human-style drama and misinformation, animal communication networks would focus on useful information sharing, where to find resources, how to avoid dangers, and how to solve problems collectively. The concept of spreading false information would be evolutionarily counterproductive, so animal societies would naturally develop truth-based communication systems. The most incredible aspect would be emotional intelligence advancement. Animals naturally read body language, pheromones, and subtle behavioral cues that humans miss completely. Animal societies would operate with levels of empathy and emotional understanding that would make human social problems seem primitive and But here's the twist that changes everything. After 50 years of animal-dominated civilization, the most incredible discovery would be made. Animals would just run society better than humans. They would actively work to elevate humans to their full potential. Research would reveal that animals have been observing human behavior for millennia and understand human psychology better than humans understand themselves. The animal takeover wouldn't be about replacing humans, but about creating the perfect environment for human development and growth. Animals would become humanity's greatest teachers and elephants would help humans develop better memory and emotional intelligence. Dolphins would teach advanced problem-solving and communication skills, and wolves would train humans in teamwork and leadership. The animal civilization would essentially become a vast educational system designed to help humans evolve into better versions of themselves. The most mind-blowing revelation would be that this partnership creates a hybrid civilization where human creativity and abstract thinking combines with animal instinct and natural wisdom. Together, this interspecies collaboration would solve climate change, eliminate poverty, and create sustainable abundance that works for all life on Earth. The ultimate discovery: animals weren't taking over human civilization. They were completing it. Human intelligence plus animal wisdom would create the first truly enlightened planetary society in Earth's history. So the next time you watch your pet or observe wildlife, remember tease. Maybe the question isn't whether humans are superior to animals, but whether we are wise enough to learn from the masters of survival, cooperation, and natural harmony who have been sharing this planet with us all along. The greatest evolution might not be animals becoming more like humans, but humans finally becoming humble enough to learn from our fellow Earth inhabitants. If the idea of animals running civilization fascinated you, wait until you discover what would happen if plants could think and communicate like animals. Think animal intelligence was impressive. Imagine if every tree was a philosopher and every flower was a mathematician, working together in a planetary superbrain. Click the video appearing now to explore how conscious plant life could create the ultimate biological internet. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we're exploring the natural world's hidden potential that could reshape everything we think we know about intelligence and civilization. See you in the next wild biological adventure.